Hello fellow budgeters, my name is Brandy and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. On this channel we use what we have to pay off our debt so that we can accomplish our dreams. Today is Monday and so I am starting my week-long video of my budget check-ins. I check in on my budget every weekday morning. I take a break on the weekends. And so I just catching up on everything that has come out of the checking account, all of the cash spending we have made. It's basically my version of a cash unstuffing. We are hybrid budgeters, so we use our debit account for a lot of things, and we use cash for a lot of things. So this is a way for me to make sure that we are still on budget and making sure everything gets paid and gets paid on time. Here we go. Here's what happened in our checking account. So the H2Go, which is my water bill that I am finally going to be able to highlight that because it did come out of our checking account. I knew it was going to, which is why I wrote it down, because I needed to write it down because it was a part of the last budget cycle. So there's that. Then I moved our earned income over, only a little bit of the earned income because this is all we needed in the checking account, which was $2,450. I transferred $17 over to our savings account. I found, excuse me, this fun little savings challenge from No Bucks Given. And it was free on our Ko-fi, and it's just a little savings challenge to do. And I thought, you know, if you add up all those numbers, that's like $17, $16, maybe $18. I think the highest you could get is $19 a week. If you just do the numbers and not worry about the butterflies and stuff. I was like, I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can squeeze $17 out of our checking account and move it into our savings account. So I'm trying it. I'm only going to do the weeks that we definitely can do. And last week we were able to squeeze $17. So I moved $17 into our emergency fund, since that is one of the goals that we're working on this year, working on paying off four of our smallest debts, and working on getting our emergency fund beefed up. So that was kind of fun. So that's where that $17 came from. So I'm going to highlight that because that is a savings category. And then I pulled out our cash for our envelopes, and I crossed that out because I don't count that, but I have to write it down in order to reflect the movement of money in our checking account. And when I say I don't count that, is what means like when I budget or when I close out my budget at the end of the month, I'm not considering this as a transaction that I need to worry about, because all of that, the movement of that cash is going to be reflected over here on my cash expense tracker. So we have a couple of things. We have all of the savings that I moved into the 52 envelope challenge, my mini savings, some of our sinking funds from the cash stuffing video that I did, that you saw on Tuesday. That's reflected here. So that's a savings. My husband got his $20 for his personal spending. And then over the weekend, we did some grocery shopping. So we went to Harris Teeter, we went to Aldi, and we went to Costco. We spent $19 at Harris Teeter, $107 at Aldi, and $102 at Costco, which was like the cheapest we've ever walked out of there before. And so we spent $228 on groceries. We went to the Scout store and we took my Scout envelope and we spent $84 out of there to get my kid the pants that he needed, and also he needed his hat for his whole Class A outfit or uniform, and then we bought some weights for his Pinewood Derby car. And I wrote that purchase here on the envelope, so we can put this envelope back because that is done and updated. And now there's only $5 in that. We had that all beefed up, and now there's only $5, but that's okay. That's what it's there for. It's there for us to spend it. And then we went to a gas station called Sheetz I was looking for a specific drink and we thought Sheets might have it, and it didn't, but the husband and the kids wanted something, so we got them some takeout. So what that reflects in left over from all the cash spending that we've done, let's move all this change. Woo, that's a lot of change this time. All this change into here. So there we go. And then what we have left over is 20, 40, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61. So we have $61 left over. And actually what I'm going to do is we're only going to have 50 left over. Put this back in here. We do have to go to Walmart today to pick up, to pick up our last few things. But I am putting this $10. Or $11, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So I'd have to write that down. $1 challenge. And that's a savings. And that's $11. I will say one of these dollars came from the Scout envelope because we only spent $4 or $84 out of 90, and you know the rule is that I have is to pull the ones out. So we pulled the $1 out of the Scout, and my dog is scratching at my door again, and she's gonna have to wait. So anyway, there's our $11. Let me get my savings binder. Okay, and we'll just put it in here with these dollars that we put in here from our cash stuffing, and have it sit like that. And then we'll get to stuff that in our savings challenge video on Tuesday. And then let's highlight this as a savings expense. Perfect. All right, well, that's where we're at for Tuesday. For Monday, January 20th. I hope you all have a really great day. I hope you all take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow on Tuesday. Bye. Happy Tuesday. Okay, the kids are back at school today, which is wonderful. My husband is back at work today, which is wonderful. But we are expected. I live on the southeastern coast of North Carolina. So I'm like almost on the border between North Carolina and South Carolina. And we are expected to get, they've been saying 1 to 2 inches of snow overnight. And that is like, I can't even describe to you. As someone who grew up in Park City, Utah, and grew up with snow and inches and inches and inches of snow. One year we had snow so tall, and our snow drifts, like after shoveling and everything, was so tall it like reached the top of our house. As someone who grew up with that, it like blows my mind, even though I've lived in this area of North Carolina for almost 15 years. It blows my mind that the whole city, just like the whole area, just completely shuts down. So anyway, we're really excited. I am a snow girl. I love snow. I'm very excited and praying that we get the full 2 inches that they're calling for. They're calling for 1 to 2 inches. I'm hoping it's not just a little dusting. I hope we get enough to like make a 3-inch size snowman. So let's see what happens. I'll let you know how it all goes tomorrow. Since yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, the banks were closed, so none of the stuff in my checking account has cleared, which is fine. So the only thing I have to talk about and write about is with our extra money that we had left over with groceries. We took the kids to Chick-fil-A yesterday for dinner. So that's a takeout purchase. And I'm going to put this away because we have some money to move around. So let's get this money out. Whoopsies. And then I got some change to throw in my change jar. And I've got to write some of these down. Okay, now 2 of these dollars came from my husband. So I'm going to put those away. I'm not going to count them as savings because the way I do his stuff is I just count all of his money out. And so if I decided to like I thought about this a lot last night. If I decided to mark these $2 as savings, then I'm going to have to change his number right here to 18. I'm just not going to do it. I know that he gave me those $2. I'm going to throw them over here. They're going to go in the $1 savings challenge book. It's not a big deal. We have $10, but I'm going to take these ones out. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got to write that down. $4. Let's find our savings highlighter right here. And there we go. And now, since the weekend is over, I'm excited because I'm going to start catching up on videos. So many of you post videos and I love it. And just when I'm around my family, I don't watch YouTube or I don't get on my phone as much. I will a little bit. Sorry, the phone might. I keep this on the same bookshelf that I keep my camera stand, my phone stand. So I'm sorry if it bumped. But so anyway, what was I saying? I can't remember. I've lost it. Let's count how much money we're going to be putting in here. Oh man, I can't wait for our savings challenge video. And this is only 1 week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Holy moly. That's 3 pages that we'll get to fill out. And we only need 14, 15, 16 more pages left. Well, 16 and a half. And then that is full. And then we got to figure out what to do with that money. Probably pay it towards debt. Okay, yeah, so that's all we got going on right there. Tomorrow we will not have any movement with cash, but there will be movement with, oh, I think the sun is going behind a cloud. There will be movement within the checking account, so that'll be fun to write down and discuss with all of y'all. And yeah, so I hope you are having a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Fellow budgeters, it's Wednesday, and it snowed a lot. And in our southeastern coastal North Carolina little town, we don't ever get snow. So my kid was up at 6:30 this morning wanting to go play in it. I made him wait until at least 7:15, and they have been outside all morning playing in the snow, which is wonderful. And my youngest came in. We don't have snow clothes, right? So I made them layer up, and my youngest came in. It's too cold, it's too cold. So I'll post a little picture of here of my house covered in snow. It just makes my Utah heart happy. That's where I'm from, is Utah. So it makes my heart happy to see the snow. And like walking outside this morning and taking that first big deep breath of this brisk, cold, snowy air, oh, it just was magical. All right, I told you a lot of things would happen in the checking account since Monday was a holiday. So let's go through all of this. This first one right here, I'm considering it a tithe, even though it's kind of like giving, like tithe is like our giving. There was a gentleman at the gas station who had just a little thing of gas. He had walked there, and I told my husband to just fill up his little gas like container. And he told my husband that he needed it for his generator. And so we filled that up for him. I even went inside the store to look for a bigger gas container, and I couldn't find one. I was gonna buy him a bigger thing of gas, but I couldn't find one. And so we did that for him. And then we have a couple of takeout purchases. We had pizza at Costco. My husband gets donuts for the boys on Sunday mornings. I got myself some fries from Bojangles. They're just amazing. And then my husband took my boys to McDonald's after church. They took a friend to church with them on Sunday, so he wanted to treat them to donuts at McDonald's afterwards. On Monday, there was a huge sale going on at the children's place, and so we bought my boys some more pants. My prescriptions were ready, so I had to go pick those up, so that's a health purchase. We filled up both of our cars. One we did at Circle K and one we did at 7-Eleven. Oh, I forgot the fun envelope, or the fun, I'll get that in a second. I made a little tiny payment for Capital One, and the Care credit card in my name came out, and then my husband's health or life insurance payment came out. Let's find our fun highlighter real quick. Here it is. Okay. And then we took our kids to an arcade, and they were so good. I was like, you know what? I'll just get you guys a couple bucks. So I did $5 on the card for them to play some games, and then you had to like actually pay for the card. So it all came to $12 for that. So yeah, that's what happened. So we have next, what's coming up is my husband's student loan. I've paid that and we're just waiting for it to come out. My life insurance needs to come out. A private student loan will come out. Our monthly tithe to our church. My student loan will come out. That has been paid. We're just waiting for it to come out. Ashley will come out. Ashley Furniture, Apple TV, and Spotify. So we're on track. We're doing pretty good. So that's where we're at. All right. I hope that you have a really great day. If you're over in this side of if you got hit by any kind of snow, I hope you have fun in it. I work from home, so I'm going to have to work while everybody else has fun today, which is fine. At least I don't have to drive anywhere, which is wonderful. So, all right, my friends, I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Thursday, fellow budgeters. How are we at Thursday already? I just need to say that. How are we already there? We are still, we still have a ton of snow, and it did not melt at all yesterday, and then it froze again overnight. So we've got a lot, and the kids were outside playing all day yesterday in the snow, and it was wonderful, and they had so much fun. And yeah, it was just great. It was a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm very happy. I'm a little bummed that I wasn't able to go out and play. I had to work. That's the bummer about working from home. But the good news is none of us have to drive on these icy roads. Because my husband has the option of working from home as well. And my mom works at Walmart, and she lives with us. And I made her call out yesterday. I did not want her to be driving at all, since our area, we never get snow. So our area does not budget or does not own a snowplow. The roads are not treated, nothing. So we just wait for the snow to melt. And it didn't. And usually it does. So anyway, we're very excited. Today is just very, very cold. The snow is still there. The children are home again. I have a feeling they'll be home again tomorrow. So if you hear them, they're playing video games in the background. They've already finished their schoolwork for the day, and they're playing video games. I am going to kick them out a little later today, but it's 24 degrees outside right now, and that's just a little too cold. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let me tell you, 3 things came out of our checking account. I had to pay my portion of my allergy shots. I get an allergy shot every single week. I moved out here in 2008 to where I currently am from Utah. And when I moved out here, I could not breathe through my nose. I was constantly congested. So finally 15 years have passed, and I went to an ENT to figure out what the heck is going on. And I had a lot of nose polyps, but also we did an allergy test, and I am like severely allergic to basically all of the natural or all of the environmental allergens here. So, I've started an allergy shot regimen, and it has been completely life-changing. And I had surgery at the beginning of 2024 to get the nose polyps out. And Life changing. Okay, so then the other two things that came out was my federal student loan payment and my husband's federal student loan payment. And those right now are on deferment or forbearance or whatever because of all the lawsuits that are happening with the student loan forgiveness plans and like all this other governmental BS. So I made the mistake of not paying my student loans during the pandemic because we were saving for our new house. And of course, hindsight is always 2020. And even though I don't have to make payments right now on our federal student loans, because I learned our lesson from the time during the pandemic that we are making student loans payments while there is no interest accruing, we're just going to keep paying down as much as we can. This is how much, when we were on the SAVE plan, I think is what it's called. And that's what is going through all the court systems and stuff. And so this is the payment that we have for my husband's student loan. It's $335, and for my federal student loan, it's $85. And so that's just what I'm continuing to pay with for right now. I have a feeling that whenever things go back to the way they were, I don't know, they'll probably go up. So we're trying just really hard to knock that down as much as we can while also trying to work on our other stuff, because student loans is awesome. Don't get me started on student loans. It's a scam. Do you guys, I used to follow Dave Ramsey pretty closely. I don't anymore. I like to listen to Rachel Cruz and I like to listen to George Camel, but only occasionally. But anyway, if you've never heard their Borrowed Future podcast about the student loan system, I highly recommend it. And I wish everybody would listen to it. I wish the government officials would listen to it. And I want everybody to get mad about it because I want the student loan system to just completely be overhauled. But, people. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. All I'm going to get into is if you haven't listened to that podcast, I highly recommend it. They came out with it a long time ago. Like, probably before the pandemic. I don't remember. But it's a few years old at this point. And it's only a couple of episodes long, but I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Anyway, I hope you have a really great day. I will see you tomorrow. If you're in the South area, just stay warm. And stay off the roads if you can, if you're in my area. Not like I'm going to tell you where my area is, but stay off the roads if you can. Yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Happy Friday, fellow budgeters. It's Friday. What a week it's been. I feel like this week has flown by. Excuse me. There is still snow on the ground. I feel like I'm getting a little something, which I don't know how I could be getting a little something because like literally none of us have left the house except for my children to leave to go play outside in the snow. So I don't know what's going on, but that's all right. Let's go over what is happening in the checking account. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So my credit union takes out $1 from all of the accounts that you have with them to go towards their foundation. So I just count that as a tithe. Excuse me again. My life insurance came out for $34.98, and then our private student loan payment came out for $296.42, and then right after you give your $1 to the foundation of the credit union, they give you your money that you earned. And so we got 6 whole cents. So there's that. This page is now completely filled up, which I love. Let's look at where we're at for the checking account. What we have left to pay is the tithe to my church, our Ashley Furniture payment, our Apple TV subscription, and our Spotify subscription. So that's what we've got going on left. And then next Friday is payday. Let's see. I don't think we have a lot of big plans this weekend, especially if I'm not feeling very well and the snow is still on the ground. So if it doesn't melt between today and tomorrow, then, who knows what happens. This is just crazy. This never happens in this area. And, I still secretly, I'm loving it. Maybe not so secretly, but let me know what you are doing for the weekend in the comments so that I can live vicariously through you, since we don't have any plans. And I will see you on Tuesday with a savings challenge video. All right, my friends, I will see you then. Bye.